Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Jonathan and I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the programs that you can use for writing. Now, I know a lot of authors that use pen and paper when they write, and for me that's a little bit more complicated because once you've finished, let's just say you finished writing all your entire book on paper, you have to then go through and then put it on a Word document or a different file on the computer, basically rewriting the whole thing onto your computer. Now, if you actually do this, that's really good because you're going through each and every sentence that you ever wrote on paper, you're going to put it on a file. The problem is that most writers don't do this. I feel like most writers either stop halfway through writing on paper and then go to something else with the intention to come back, but they actually never do. So I feel like especially a lot of modern and contemporary writers, even like myself, I write very minimally on paper. I have a journal that I index and I'll put bullet points of things that I want to include in my writing, but those won't actually ever be shown to audiences. So I really try to keep as little as I can on paper and try to keep most of my work on a document. What kind of documents would I use when I actually do use a computer? Well, that would be Scrivener. I swear up and down by Scrivener. Scrivener is the greatest software program I've ever used for writing, and I can't recommend it enough. And no, they didn't pay me at all. I wish I was, but I'm not. But Scrivener is such an amazing program and software used for writing. It does have a slight learning curve, and there's some things that even now I'm still getting a handle on it, and I've been using Scrivener for about 2 years. But still, it's such a great software, and I think one of the greatest things I can say about Scrivener is at the end when you've finished writing your entire novel, it'll compile every single chapter and thing and piece that you've written for you, and the formatting is very consistent. There's not things out of place. Like with Word, if you use Word a lot, that's a good program to use if you're not writing more than 150 pages to 200 pages. Anything more than that, the format starts getting screwy, and it's just kind of a nightmare working just on Word. So if that's all you ever use and you're using short stories, that's fine. But if you intend to go make a full-length novel, you probably want to go with something a little bit heftier that can handle those amount of pages and the amount of data. So that's why I think that Scrivener is one of the best. I think also there's if you don't have any money, if you're a broke writer, I mean, I've been there. I've used ODT or Open something software. I've used ODT, and it's a free program, kind of like Word, but it's a little bit more downgraded, I guess, but it still works. I mean, it does its purpose, which is to write a story. So if that's something that you're into and you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, then do that. But if you do have $30 to spend or 40, that a little bit extra, I recommend that you get Scrivener because it is well worth your time. There are other software programs that you could use to write, but I mean, I'm just not very familiar with anything other than Scrivener, Word, and ODT. So if there's something that I'm missing here that you think is a really great addition for writers, comment down below and let me know if there's something that I missed or something that other writers can use. I know there's OneNote and Evernote, and I don't have any experience with either of those. There's also YWriter, and I mean, I have no experience with that. So if you had experience with any of those writing programs, please let me know down below. Maybe it's a better alternative than the things that I listed. Also, I finished the second book. It's a hefty first print of The Twin Princes, written by me, and this is a sequel. And if you want to read the first book, it's going to be on Amazon. Follow the link down below, and it'll take you to the first book. And this is the sequel, and it'll probably come out sometime next year. I'm really excited to start delving into this and editing and just getting this ready for everyone to read. I'm really excited. I hope people enjoyed the story as much as a few of you have enjoyed the first. So I'm really excited. Also, I've chosen my next review, and the next review is going to be Meg. So there's a trailer that came out, I guess a few days ago, about the Megalodon. That's what's called Meg. I didn't actually get it until I was halfway through the book. But I'm reading the book, and when I finish it, I'm going to do a review on it. It was recommended by Erica from Perks of Books, so she's really excited to see what I have to say about it, and I'm kind of nervous because I want to like it, and so far it's interesting. I'm not gonna say too much about what I think about it right here, but it's interesting. It's interesting. Well, that's it for today's video. It's a really quick video, but I'm starving and I want to cook up some fajitas, so that's what I'm gonna go do. You have a nice day and be careful out there. There's a lot of crazy people. You know, you gotta keep your head about you, keep your wits about you. Be safe and be smart. Okay. See you on the next one. Bye.
This is it. There are so many things I wanted to tell you.